Greetings, all. Peace and blessings. Today is Wednesday, and today is the day that Mercury rules. How are y'all doing today? Let's see. I'm going to put my crown on. I have been working with copper and wearing copper crowns, like tiaras and crowns, because copper is a conduit. Copper is a conduit for energy, and it helps me regulate my internal world. So I've been wearing bracelets and necklaces all made from copper because it brings order, is what it does. It organizes the energy. So we are in Mercury Retrograde, and Mercury Retrograde is going to, we are in the actual center, the actual experience of Mercury Retrograde. We have a shadow. Let me just explain what Mercury Retrograde is for those who don't know. Mercury Retrograde is when the planet Mercury, which rules our mind, gives the illusion that it is going backwards. And the only thing I can really compare that to is if you are in a car and you're two cars at a stoplight, and one of the car takes off really, really fast, and it looks like the car that is slower, if the car that's faster is going really fast, it'll look like the car that's slower is going backwards. So Mercury gives the illusion that it's backing up, which then is this retrograde experience. And so what we get to do during Mercury retrogrades is we get to back up and look at ourselves and take inventory of our own experiences. Because this is a mental reality, everything is mind. Because everything is mind, you have 3 times a year, Mercury retrogrades 3 times a year, where you have an opportunity to examine your mindset, your perspective, your narrations, to see what they are creating in your actual experience. And it is, to me, it's like a magic hijack, or hack, a magic hack, because you get to undo patterns that don't serve you any longer. You get to realign your energy, your mental energy, in ways that will boost you into a new frequency, a new way of being. But it requires taking responsibility. It requires understanding the creative power of your mind. I remember when I first started doing this work, I had no idea. I literally was completely ignorant of the idea that my mind inside of myself, like the thoughts that I would have about other people, or the thoughts that I would have about myself, or the thoughts that I would have about my body, I didn't think that was real. I thought I could just be in my head with all manner of thoughts, thinking like it's not doing anything. But when I started studying and understanding that every thought is a measure of energy, and it is having an impact on my reality. If you can think of a thought like a brick, right? And so every thought you have is building your reality. And the reality you're in now is because of the thoughts you have given your attention and time to. Thoughts of, I don't feel good, or that's not enough, or I should have done better. All of that is creative. And even though we believe that it's nothing, or I believed that, I don't know if you believe that it was nothing. I believed that it was nothing. It was highly creative in my life, and it was working against me. And so it took me years. It literally took years for me to recondition my mind, to be able to get it under control, so to say. It took years for me to be able to understand that I was tapping into other people's thought forms. Like I started recognizing, like, if I'm out with my girlfriends and we're just having a conversation, and simple things like, create agreement. So I just started listening to people, really listening and deciding if I was going to say or not. Because if I said that is a signal in my body to agree to that, which agrees to a frequency of behavior, feelings, thoughts that then becomes my experience. This shit is not for play, okay? It is for real, and it is important that we understand how reality works, because when we understand how it works, then we can be fully responsible for it. So Mercury's in retrograde now, and it's in retrograde in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the sign that governs truth, it governs faith, it governs your spiritual connection, and it's this invisible force that is that's always present. I began to condition my mind to realize that there is an invisible force that is alive. It is right here under the tip of my nose. It is everywhere around me. It is surrounding me. And it is leaning into the frequency that I am emitting. And the more I do rituals and practices to understand, to build my awareness of the force that is present, like Star Wars, may the force be with you. It's real. That is a real thing. And we watch these movies and it's like, no, it's real. The force is really with you. And so while Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius, this is a great time to deconstruct your mindset, to get really clear about what you believe and why you believe it, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and it's your spirituality, and so it's what you believe, right? Do you believe that you need something else to make you whole? Do you believe that you are enough in and of yourself? Do you believe that the universe is conspiring for you? Do you believe that the God force is within you? Do you believe that your words have power? Do you believe that you are powerful? Do you believe that you are powerless? Do you believe that you are loved? Do you believe that you are ill? Do you believe that you are unworthy? Do you believe that you are valuable? These are the energies that we are working with while Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius. And it is important for you to uncover your beliefs. Now, if you don't have a clue about what you believe, look at what's happening in your life. Look at your life. Look at, if you are having health challenges, that is sourced in some belief. If you are having challenges in your relationships, that is sourced in a belief. Now, the thing is, those beliefs could have been anchored in you generations ago, lifetimes ago, right? Like I know for me, when I came to this planet this time, I really believed that I needed someone else to make me happy, to make me feel safe. I believed that my safety and security had to be sourced outside of me. Now, the thing is, when we believe in lies, because Sagittarius is about truth, when we believe in lies, like me believing that I needed someone outside of me to secure my safety and my sense of safety and security, those beliefs and lies backfire against us. Like I believed that I needed a savior. Because that is a lie, I am my own savior, and I'm casting that energy out, like seeking somebody outside of me and believing that I'm not enough and I'm not whole and I'm not good enough. Because I'm believing that at a deep subconscious level, I was experiencing relationships that would mirror to me unworthiness, not feeling loved, not feeling a connection, not feeling valued, because I did not value myself. I did not understand that I am the best thing that I got. You know what I mean? That I am the best, that there's nothing more valuable to me than me. And so it is very important for us to understand that our power, our mind, our feelings, our emotions are creating our experiences based upon what we believe. And so you must believe, I must believe, I don't want to speak for anybody else. I must believe that I am the source of all that my life is creating. I am sourcing it from my own mind. Those thoughts can be ancestral patterns of pain and challenge, but I am the source of all of it because it is happening within my own system. So while Mercury is in retrograde, Mercury's in retrograde in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules the hips and it rules the thighs. One of the ways that you can work with this energy for this next 3 weeks is by doing work in your hips, like simple things like making circles with your, like circling your energy. Hold on, I'm going to stand up and, oh gosh. Oh, so simple things like, let's see, I'm going to put this camera here. So here, like little hips and circle, just bringing the energy into your body. The Sagittarius rules your hips. And so you can come into using affirmations like, I love myself. It feels so good to be in my body. I feel aligned. I feel connected. I feel sourced. I feel alive. I am enough. And then you want to go in the opposite direction. It feels so good to be alive. And my hips are cracking right now. I feel open. I feel receptive. I feel loved. I am enough. So that's a very simple thing to really get yourself to embody this energy. Another thing for this Mercury retrograde, because it's ruled by Jupiter, is Jupiter rules the liver. And the liver is where we want to do the work to release anger, rage, frustration, and fear. And so you can do simple things, just tapping like this, right? Tapping the liver. I release any and all patterns of anger and rage, ancestral, current, any experiences from relationships where I stuffed my emotions and feelings, and open it up. And bring it in. And bring it in. And giving yourself the opportunity to know that you have the power within you to generate the life through your own system, through your own body, through your own connection to yourself. So, like, I feel rejuvenated. I feel more alive. I feel more connected to myself just in something as simple as that. And if you do something every day while Mercury's in retrograde to honor your body, to honor your thoughts and your minds, every day you will take a little bit of reprogramming. You will reprogram yourself a little bit more. And by the time this is over with, which I think the final stretch of Mercury retrograde is, the retrograde actually might end on like December 12th or December 20th. And then it goes for 3 more weeks, the shadow, the post shadow, into January 3rd. And every day I encourage you to do something that helps you to access a new awareness, your faith, and your connection to the divine, the God force that is within you, the source that is within you, that is beyond the ego. Essence for Crystal says, don't lean into your own misunderstandings. I don't know. I'm not, anyway. So it is important, to not to lean into the understanding of the ego, which is the past. Bring yourself into a new perspective. And that new perspective is a higher, more open experience of self-love and peace and trust. And understanding that when you do that, trusting yourself, blessing yourself, loving yourself, accepting yourself, nurturing yourself, that is the act of healing yourself. All right, you all, peace and blessings. If you'd like to book a coaching session to understand how to use this energy in a way that will really support you, you can look up my website at healwithmoonmama.com, and it will be my pleasure to support you. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.